Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be talking about what's behind us. Oh yeah, hopefully you guys are ready. Alright guys, so it has been crazy today. I went ahead and got a mob spawner built, so I'm going to go ahead and roll that clip, and you guys can watch that replay. So here it goes. So we got that done. Let's actually take a deeper look into this, because from here I went ahead and added some storage drawers and stuff so I could easily sort this. But man, these guys are so easy to kill. Just a couple of shots and we're good to go. The only things that kind of give me a problem are the witch cats, whatever they're called. I can't remember what they're called, but they're from Ender Zoo. They come down here sometimes, cause an explosion because the creepers react to them. And they just really kill everything in here, because the creepers don't actually explode my base, because it is chunk loaded and claimed. So with it being claimed, I don't have to worry, or it was claimed. Maybe they just don't do explosion damage. That could be it. All of this used to be claimed, but then again, I did have my player data completely wiped when I had that issue. There it goes, not claimed. So yeah, it should stay running like at all times. Like it's close enough that it works just fine. So what I did is I went from where my normal spawner was working just fine, and that's where I started the first tunnel here. So, and then I just went across. So you guys can kind of see that in the video. It is your basic mob spawner. Has been made by so many different people. I can't even, I wouldn't even know where this thing originated from. But it's your basic mob farm. I've been making it since 1.7 days, you know, since the early days on servers and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and talk about the loot, man. We have so much loot, and we need to open all this because there's some certain items I'm really looking for. Man, I think these loot bags are honestly better than some of the other ones I've seen. So yeah, these guys contain so much good stuff. It is unbelievable. We got to go through most of it. Most of it can be scrapped away. That's okay. But there's a lot of stuff that I kind of want to keep. So I'm kind of going to push through this. I do have these extra chests over here to kind of go through things. And then I went ahead and made a loot recycler, so that way if there is any trash, say we don't want this piece of armor, we can throw that in there. And eventually, if we put enough stuff in, we can get another loot bag. So that is how that works. Like, I don't want these broken axes. I don't want these. I don't need extra music discs. Yeah, there's so much stuff. So this mob spawner doesn't spawn Enderman. But it does spawn spiders every now and then, but it should not spawn very many spiders. So we don't have to worry about that. But I have seen a couple, but even though we don't get Enderman or spiders, these loot bags make up for that. And it's almost as if it's better. What is this? A summoning pendulum. I wonder what that's all about. Ooh, so we got some chest plates, we got some iron armor and stuff like that. So we're getting a bunch of random just stuff, really. If we take a look at some of these, like these music discs, we don't need all this. We don't need all these music discs. Like, we don't need this. I will be keeping the silent gem stuff. There's just going to be a lot of sorting that I have to do, and I want to keep some of these things because we can actually turn them into stuff later. Definitely need to keep rotten flesh. There's just so much. And these are just the common loot bags. So we're getting a bunch of crazy stuff. I want to put solid gems separate from everything. And, of course, get this changed. So there is some things that we can't actually use right now. And I'm trying to keep those together as well. But, man, are we getting so much stuff. So yeah, we have a couple of chests that I'm pushing things into. And there we go. So let's actually just kind of jump right into this. I think legendary loot bags are the highest tier you can get. And we have so much. There's so many of them. Look at that. We have obsidian. This is ridiculous. Look at all the diamond picks. So yeah, I really recommend making this mob farm early off, so that way you can gather tons of these items. Look at that, netherwork. We don't have to worry about netherwork for a while, because we have it. Like, this is crazy. I want to go through and see if there's anything I can dump off in here. We have witch hats. Like, this is a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. I will definitely take those netherwork, because they are kind of a pain to make. I don't know if you've seen what it takes to make them things. But yeah, it is kind of a pain. Alright, let's go through even more. So these are our other bags. So we're getting beaks, we're getting more reliquary things. See, ender pearls. They seem sort of similar to the common loot bags. Very similar, actually. Okay, so I can't actually open that one. But I can drop off a few things. Man, this is kind of cool. There's a lot of good stuff here. Lots of good stuff. Oh, I wanted to see. This is glowing water. How crazy is that? That just like one shot killed everything that was standing there. And still, we have so much. That is just unreal. Yeah, both of those get kicked out of my inventory. I'm storing this stuff because we can't use it right now, unfortunately. But man, there's a lot of stuff. We got beetroots and wheat and all kinds of craziness going on over here. But yeah, the main part was really just to get gunpowder. To get gunpowder and rotten flesh, because we're needing that for iron and a few other things. So let's go ahead and hop on back into our progression and see what things we can get done. Alright, so to move on today, I went ahead, like before I finished up the episode yesterday, I went ahead and made this. So I just placed a piece of lava underneath here. Look at that, there was some creeper explosion. I went in with the lava underneath here. I went and added this fusion table and put wooden hoppers under it. And it kind of makes a pipe so that way it can automatically go in here. So when I add these items, it will automatically make that and make that iron alchemical ore dust, and it'll go into here automatically, which is pretty nice. The only thing I couldn't automate was the top of the crucible. A dropper would probably work on a timer, but I don't really have a way of doing that right now. So no type of precision dropper. I went ahead and also made a snowman, so I had access to some snow. And I made a bunch of heavy snow and regular snow. Just for the simple fact of getting the freezer up and running later on. I think that is going to be one of the easiest ways of getting dirt, even though this way is still pretty easy, and it'll be even faster later on. So, now that we got that all out of the way, I don't really know what these are exactly for. I don't think we need the buried treasure maps, but I don't know, I keep getting them in my inventory. But yeah, we need a bunch of iron. Now, you can just completely skip putting anything in here, and just have this turned into, just put stone in here, and it'll turn it into iron ore with the same dust, and you'll get a few of these different things. So let me go ahead and take all of these out, and we're going to start making some plates. I do want to hop into here, though, and take a look. So we have a sluice box. That is another thing that it wants us to make, but technically we don't need that right now. We're going to be working towards getting redstone and getting some lapis and some things like that. There are a few other quests that we need to complete, though, that we will get to. So don't worry about that. We will definitely get to those things. But it starts getting a little complicated once we start getting over into this side. There's a lot of steps required to getting soul sand. So we're going to have to worry about that here soon. But this right here is going to eventually be turned into iron, but we can actually upgrade this before that and just make an iron casing. And that is going to require 8 plates. And to get plates, we need to use our stone hammer on the iron. We place the iron down, and eventually we get a plate. So we just keep doing this until we get enough plates. And eventually we'll have to replace our hammer because it'll get damaged. And vice versa. So now we have these iron plates, and we should be able to move on. Now we have to make, I do believe, a few more of those alchemical guys. So it is 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. And that will get us enough to be able to upgrade this thing. If we throw those into the combustion chamber all together, close the lid. Make sure you have enough power. And bam, we can pick that up right there. Perfect. So that got us some more of the premise alchemical dust, which we're going to need. Okay, so let's go take a look at just the iron casing. So this will require an iron gear on top of that. At least the iron gear is the same. And there we go, we have the casing. Now here's what we can do. We can pull this guy out. Let me actually break that. Take these out of my offhand. Pull that out. Break this casing. And place this casing down. And we place that back in here. And we should, now we have 1500 max. Which is perfect. And I think it has to be stone or cobblestone or any type of stone like that will work. I don't think glass will work, but that is something. And then we can just keep throwing the coal in there. And that's even before we've upgraded the entire combustion itself. Right now we have a 80% speed. I really don't know what that's meaning, but since it does seem like it's instant, maybe it's speed on how fast it refuels. And its efficiency / production is 121%. So that's a little weird. So I'm assuming it's going to produce extra. That's just my guess. So when we throw something in there that combusts like this, we should see some extra, possibly. Doesn't mean that just this one time it's going to actually give us something. But you never know. We have 5 on us. It normally gives you 5. So let's see how many it actually gives you. It gave us 5. So I guess it's all dependent upon what you have and what you're working on. Okay. Which now means we can make redstone. That was the whole reason we had this quest. Was to show you that you can make redstone. I'm not sure what the points are for yet, unless it's levels. What I'm probably thinking it probably is. But if we take a look at redstone, we do have some redstone on us. But if we take a look at how to make it, all the way to the very back, we have gunpowder and 2 blaze. And that gets you 4 redstone at 880 heat units. So pretty nice. So that means some things open up, like getting that. Whoa! We got a pig statue. I don't even know where to put this thing. Oh, it's so fluffy. That's so funny. I will definitely keep you. And you will stay there. There we go. How about that? So yeah, back on task. Let's see what it wants us to do for Lapis. So, a cauldron can be used for cleaning dirty gems and possibly getting metals from crushed stone and netherrack. Okay, so we already have lapis. I guess it automatically made that. So I wonder, I guess you throw it in there. I'm going to check and see if it's in the sky resources. maybe it is, maybe it's not. So stage 2. There's the crucible inserter. There's what we would need to automate this thing. I'm sure we will get into that. It's not unlocked yet, so that makes sense. Okay, let's see what it's meaning by a cauldron. So we have the cauldron. And let's look and see how Lapis is made. Maybe that'll clear things up. So I'm gonna look. There's the cauldron cleaning. So dirty lapis lazuli, which we get from mining compressed stone. Okay. But we can only do that. Okay, we can do that with any of them. So dirty lapis lazuli comes from here, and we can wash it off inside of a cauldron. So I'm guessing we're going to need some water next to the cauldron. And we need some sort of place to put that. There we go, and I can easily set this up to have infinite water right here. Actually, I have a bucket just right over here from when I was working on the sky build. And there's more buckets in there just because I keep getting them in loot bags. Yeah, we can totally make this into an infinite water source. Of course, I can grab that, and let me go down, actually. I'm going to want to use half slabs. And there we go. That just made that very easy. Perfect. Now we could easily just grab us a bucket, like the one that's right here. And that was not what I wanted to do. I bet I turned that into obsidian up top. I'm gonna laugh. Yes, I did. Oh well. I think right here is the place I needed to place it. This is gonna be a fun one to break. I do have a diamond pick, I think. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that I got one. Let me go check my bags. I just created another problem for myself. How fun. Yes, and this one has efficiency. This one actually has silk touch. So this has fortune and efficiency on it. Some pretty epic gear here, I must say. This takes no time to mine that obsidian. And thank you. I'm just going to make some more lava. That's the only bad part. Oh boy. Okay, so getting that stone, like it said, we're going to need to turn this into compressed stone. So there's 3. That should get us enough. And I think lapis is going to be pretty important for us. I did put 1 piece of lapis on here just to give it the trait luck. Doesn't mean it's going to give us luck every time, but it is there. Alright, let's grab our compressed tool here. And let's see what we get. So it's at 120-something% chance. Whoa, so this gives you a lot of stuff, actually. So it gives you crushed stone, which is used to get iron. Okay, so we are going to definitely be doing some iron, some stone making. That's awesome. And it gives you a chance to get quartz. So that's black quartz. This is dark gems, which we still can't use yet. Oh, there's us, I think. Unless that's a treasure. Okay. So yeah, we still can't hold the gems, but they are there. And here's our lapis. This is a really neat mechanic, I must say. That looked like quartz, but it may not be. No, we did not get any quartz as far as I see. So let's take a look at quartz. So the cauldron. So this comes from compressed netherrack. Oh, so it gets into even deeper. These dark gems are from Evilcraft. That is something that I am kind of familiar with. We get Certus quartz. Well, we get a lot of good stuff. Apatite. Trying to keep my silent gem stuff separate from everything else. Okay, so we just have now we have another thing that is going to completely fill up our inventory. But let's get some of these precious materials out of here. And this stuff is another thing that I'm kind of interested in. So once we have a way to permanently keep this full, we can start getting a little bit of ore, a little bit of ingots here and there. Or ingot, or dust, I guess you'd say. So we got pulverized aluminum from that. Those 3 stone. Wow. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and move on to the next section. And that is getting into the sluice box and stuff like that. Because this one, we still need that. Well, actually, you know what? I think it'd be best if we get into how to make netherrack. So netherrack is interesting. And you're going to need blaze powder and cobblestone to make netherrack, and you need at least 920 heat units, but luckily we have enough. So what I'd like to do is just take a stack of cobblestone and take a stack of your blaze powder, which I've made a bunch of blaze powder, and just throw it inside here. That's going to be your best option. You may not get the same amount every time, but... Oh, is it not working? What do we need? Uh-oh. Do we need to upgrade it to the iron? I think we might. The combustion. So we need 920. Is it not going to work because we didn't divide it up correctly? I bet that's possibly also what it is. Okay, so 8 cobblestone. 3 blaze powder. Close the lid. And now it will work. So yeah, that gets us 8, but we definitely need more than 8. So if we can get this to divide up into 8, this is kind of what I've been doing for the most part. Getting things to divide up into 8s like that. And doing this is not a hard thing to do. I think you just throw it in there. Pick it up, and we're good to go. And we should be able to kind of complete that quest here in just a minute. I do want to get a few more of these. This is just the steps that you have to go through to get a lot of things. Eventually, I think it gets easier. I think you're able to automate these down the road. But I tell you what, that mob farm helped a lot. Because I wouldn't have this much blaze powder had it not been for that. So there we go. That should be plenty. That's enough to get us 3 compressed, just like we had compressed earlier. Bam, clear this out a little bit. I will need this bad boy. And let's see what we get. So yeah, we get some more silent gem stuff. And it looks pretty good. And then we're back to where we were at earlier. Pop this in here. Do we have some quartz? Dirty quartz. Right? And that completed that section. So unfortunately we can't hold the gems. That's kind of a weird thing to have access to. But you don't want to make these overpowered tools. So there's that. That's actually kind of fun to watch. Clear out chat. Okay. And then we can go through here and see what we can actually get from this dust, right? Actually, I might want to see what this is actually used for. Okay, we can get cobalt. We have a chance of getting stuff like that. Probably a very slim chance. But still a chance nonetheless. So there we go. So, that is completed. And we have some more neat gems that we can't use. And we have 1 pulverized aluminum. It's even better. Okay. So let's complete these quests and let's see what we get from them. So claim that one. We went ahead and completed the Netherrack one as well. And we get these points. Now I have 51. So quest updated chickens. Can't wait till we get to chickens. Oh, so we got some more horns. Oh, we got the walrus. Take a look at this. Kind of a bad place to actually place this down. For some people, this causes a lot of issues. And you get so many because it's kind of a troll. But there you go. I placed it in the torch. And you can kind of see now the model, the texture model. And for me, it doesn't cause issues until you start to break it. Then you start creating a lot of particles. And that's when it starts causing issues. I'm actually going to just delete them. They're a waste. No need for them. Okay. So while we were doing that, we had a bunch of quests that were sort of updating. Kind of crazy. But now we can get into this. The extra alchemical dust, which kind of just gives you more yield, basically. That allows you to get twice the output from the alchemical fusion table most of the time. So yeah, this is something that we're going to work on getting as well. All it is more combustion stuff. But let's get to the sluice box and kind of see what we can do there. So the sluice box, this requires an iron mesh, requires some wood and some slabs. And I'm pretty sure the iron mesh... Okay, so it's iron plates and string. Just make sure we have 4 string on us. The iron plates we can easily get. And we are going to need, I think, 5 of them, correct? 1... and 2 more. So that'll make the iron mesh, which is like supposed to be the hardest part of this. And I think I need sticks, right? And there's our sluice box. Awesome. So I'm going to place this right here for now. Next to this table, which gives us the iron chunks. So if I place an iron ore, which I kind of explained how to do that over here. You break this down, you eventually get that. I don't want that right now. Thank you. Let me take that off the plate. And you just keep doing this. And you get stuff like this rocky chunks, which is something that you might want to get. Because whenever you sift this down, I think it's how you do it, or we might have to use a lever. I've totally forgotten how to use this. This is from Magnetic Craft. Alright, so I think it has something to do with water. There we go. Okay, and you get a bunch of stuff. So we got iron chunks, which those can be smelted down. So we got 4 iron chunks from that one piece. So that's 4 iron. That more than... Whew, I wasn't expecting that much. So was that just one piece? Where did our other chunks go? Maybe that was just it. I guess I put them all in there. Okay. So yeah, that definitely worked. And we got 4 out of that, so I guess it kind of doubled, or gave us a chance to double on one of those. And then we also got some more aluminum dust from that. Pretty interesting how that works. So it depends on what you put in here. Oh, by the way, our compressed cactus just grew. Wow. So that'll give me a chance to use a knife on the top half that I made previously. We have a compressed cactus knife. Ow, that hurt a lot. So there's our cactus fruit. So this is actually used for a few things, such as plant matter, if we wanted to do that. But life infusion. 7.5 hearts. Man, that really puts you on the edge to make just coarse dirt. Man. Alright. So yeah, we've got that done. Quests. We can complete this one. And the Let It Go, this one is something else that I wanted to get into. It is with the freezer, and we're going to need to upgrade our freezer, and we're going to need 2 of them. So we're going to need 2 mini freezers, for one thing. Because we need to upgrade them. And we only need a couple pieces of snow for this. So there we go. That should be plenty of snow. And now we have 2 mini freezers. There we go. And to upgrade these things, we need 8, so we need 16 in total to get 2 of the iron freezers. So we just need to have 16 iron. And we do 8 apiece on these. And this will inevitably upgrade these. We throw iron in here. It's going to take a little bit of time, I do believe. Because these take 3,000 ticks to get 1 frozen iron ingot. So I'm pretty sure it's going to take a little while. And I don't know if they do 1 at a time. No, it's definitely like this. And I think that has something to do why we need to upgrade this is because when we look at what these require, these are used later on down the road for a few things. Frozen gears, which I'm sure these could be used for several things as well. I don't know. But these will definitely be used. As you can see, now it's starting to work. Oh, and I think it does all of them at once. That's why it's taking so long. So yeah, I'll let those do their thing and I'll be back. Alright, so these guys are ready to go, and we have that done, so let's go ahead and upgrade these things. It's actually going to take 2 of them and turn it into 1. So, where we were getting, I guess with 2 of them, it's 50% faster. Now, we're going to have an even faster freezer, and this stacks on top of each other. And it looks like we have more slots now. We have 3 slots versus 2, and there we go. Look at that guy. Pretty cool looking, actually. Probably better if it laid on its side, then it would look like a real... At least my deep freeze is actually, like that, but you never know. This should be a little bit faster. It's 1 times the speed, so it's basically like 4 times what we had, which was only 2.5. So yeah, pretty nice. So we got that achievement, or that quest done. We're pushing right along, so we're fixing to have almost all this done. The only other thing we have is the Alchemical. So this stuff. And this requires Alchemical fusion. Okay, so any of this stuff can go in there. And we use that just to make better stuff, really. So just blaze powder and some iron, and we'll be cooking in this thing, pretty much, right? So what is it? 3 blaze to 1 iron. With a couple of these, and bam. So this does have a chance of not giving us anything, so that's why I did extra. As you can see, we didn't get any on our first try, but we might get more on this one. So there we go. So now we have 2 of those, and I think it says we need to go even further, so we need redstone now. And getting redstone is not very hard. Just believe me, it's not. None of this is actually hard. It's just some time consuming. And we can throw these in here. And that gives us a chance of getting 5 of those, I think. Yes. Which is 175% yield, which you're definitely guaranteed. So as you can see, we did 2 of those, and we actually lost out on technically 2. We lost out on 1 of those, and we lost out on an entire 5 set of this. But if we were to repeat the process with these guys, we're guaranteed to get even more than that. But I'm just doing it right now just to complete the quest. I will be using these later on. And there we go. So now it's really, I think next few episodes, we're going to be spending a lot of time with getting nether resources. This is a super hot, it's a nether brick cast. So we're going to work towards getting nether brick, which we should be able to get somebody of netherrack. It says, while it may be a void, you can use the nether for making gold farms. Okay. It says, importantly, for obtaining blaze rods from blazes which only spawn on netherrack. Okay. So, I don't know what the nether looks like, but we are going to be spending some time with the nether. I'm sure it's going to be a void. And it says blaze spawn on netherrack. So I'm kind of curious about how that's supposed to work. And I don't think I can incorporate it into my mob farm. Definitely not. Oh, we got thorn roses. That's kind of interesting. And we got more pork chops. I will take all those pork chops. I've actually been cooking them. Try and get as much pork chop as possible. Perfect. I wonder what the thorn roses look like. Probably can only place them on dirt, right? What are these even used for? No idea. Can't eat them. You can't place them on this. Maybe it has to go on something else. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. For right now, it's just like a cosmetic thing, I guess. But anyways, this has been a pretty interesting episode. It looks like we do have some spawn places I need to kind of cover up, like over there on top of those. This is a concussive creeper. I wouldn't call it that big of a threat, because when it explodes, it doesn't like actually break your stuff. Sort of like confuses you. So yeah, I need to actually get rid of some of those spawn places, but other than that, this episode has been pretty interesting and worth actually watching. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoy making these videos, and I know you guys like watching them because I see all the comments down below. And I really appreciate you guys commenting and stuff like that. So, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please remember to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and as always, thanks for watching.